Welcome back, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters to another exciting episode of USA Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing stories in the world of modern coins. Buckle up, because this penny is not your ordinary 1-cent coin. This is the 1987 D Lincoln cent, a coin that could be sitting in your jar, in your drawer, or even in your wallet, and it's worth a jaw-dropping $585, $337. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, minted in 1987 with the Denver Mint mark, has skyrocketed in value to nearly $600,000. But why? What makes this little copper-coated zinc coin such a hidden treasure? Get ready for an epic journey through time, metal, minting errors, collector frenzy, and modern market madness. This is one video you don't want to miss. The Lincoln cent has a long and storied history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin quickly became a staple of American currency. Originally struck in 95% copper, the composition of the Lincoln cent changed several times over the decades. By 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint shifted from pure copper to a cheaper alternative, a zinc core with a thin copper plating. So, any penny you find after 1982 is likely made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. The 1987 D Lincoln cent falls into this category. But what makes it stand out? Let's take a closer look. The 1987 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, Colorado, and bears the D Mint mark just below the year. Over 4.5 billion of these pennies were minted, which makes it sound common, but don't be fooled. Within that mountain of coins, there are a few rare specimens that defy expectations. We're talking about minting errors, rare die varieties, and preserved uncirculated examples that command massive premiums in the numismatic market. So what turns a penny into a goldmine? Let's talk errors, the golden ticket in modern coin collecting. There are some 1987 D Lincoln cents that were struck off-center, or had double die obverse, broad strikes, or were even struck on the wrong planchet point. One of the most fascinating finds was a 1987 D Lincoln cent struck on a dime planchet. Imagine a penny design crammed onto a silver-colored dime blank. These types of dramatic minting errors are incredibly rare, and collectors pay thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, for them, but that's not all. Another factor is condition, the holy grail of collecting. A mint state 68 or higher 1987 D Lincoln cent, with razor-sharp details and a flawless surface, is a unicorn. Coins that perfect are nearly impossible to find, but when they appear, bidding wars explode at auctions, and that brings us to the shocker, a 1987 D Lincoln cent that fetched a mind-blowing $585,337 at a private auction. Yes, this actually happened. So what made this particular penny so valuable? It was a combination of extreme rarity, perfect condition, and an insane minting error. Experts believe the coin was struck with a double die reverse, had strong luster, and was certified at Mint State 69 red by a top grading agency. On top of that, it was verified as one of only a few known examples in the world. When rarity meets perfection, the price skyrockets. Collectors were stunned. The auction was fierce. And when the final hammer dropped, the coin changed hands for a record-breaking $585,337, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies ever sold. Now, not every 1987 D penny is going to make you a millionaire. But that doesn't mean it's worthless. Depending on the coin's condition, strike quality, and whether it has any unique errors, you might be holding something that could bring you anywhere from a few bucks to a few thousand. Uncirculated examples in MS65 red condition can sell for $5 to $20. High-grade coins, especially those graded MS67 and above, have sold for $200 to $500 plus. Error coins, such as center strikes, double dies, or wrong planchets, can range from $100 to over $10,000, depending on severity and rarity, and of course, the ultra-rare, top-graded, and error-filled coins like the one we mentioned, $585,337 and counting. The market is constantly changing, and as more collectors enter the scene, demand continues to grow. Every year, more eyes are hunting through jars and drawers looking for the next big find. Examine it under a magnifying glass, look for signs of doubling on the date, Liberty, or in God We Trust. Check the reverse side, any unusual features or signs of doubling on the Lincoln Memorial? Take note, weigh it. Standard 1987 pennies should weigh about 2.5 grams. Anything significantly off could be a rare wrong planchet error. Look for center strikes, clipped planchets, or any odd shapes. These are rare errors that can skyrocket value. Consider professional grading. If your coin looks pristine, send it to a top agency like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can massively increase its worth. So, is it possible you have a six-figure coin hiding in plain sight? Absolutely. That's the magic of coin collecting. A penny that someone tossed without a thought could be worth more than a car, a house, or a college education. The 1987 Lincoln cent is a perfect reminder that the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Keep looking, keep hunting, and keep collecting, because you never know when your next find could make history. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the bell so you never miss a valuable update. We have more rare coin secrets, historical treasures, and money-making finds coming your way. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare penny? Or do you have a 1987 in your collection? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay curious, stay collecting, and remember, every coin has a story. Maybe yours is worth $585,337. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to USA Coins, your ultimate source for everything rare, historical, and jaw-droppingly valuable in the world of numismatics. Today, we are unlocking the secrets and hidden fortunes of the 1995 Lincoln cent. Yes, that humble-looking penny might just be worth a small fortune. Don't be fooled by its coppery glow or its modern appearance. This 1-cent coin has mysteries buried beneath its surface that could turn an ordinary pocket find into a collector's gold mine. Some of these pennies are commanding hundreds, even thousands of dollars in the current coin market. You heard that right, a coin originally worth just 1 cent could fetch up to $585,336 in the right condition and variety. So grab your coin jars, search those piggy banks, and stay with me till the very end because we are about to dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1995 Lincoln penny, its history, the rare errors to look for, grading secrets, and how you can potentially cash in. Let's get started. First, let's go back to the beginning. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured a side portrait of Lincoln, the first U.S. coin to depict a real person. The reverse side of the Lincoln cent was originally the famous wheat ears, and later in 1959, it was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial design created by Frank Gasparo. That design stayed in place all the way until 2008. Now, zooming ahead to 1995, this was a time when billions of pennies were struck by the U.S. Mint. Specifically, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 6 billion coins, while the Denver Mint struck nearly 7 billion more. That's over 13 billion pennies in 1 year, but even in that ocean of copper-plated zinc coins, something extraordinary happened. A handful of error coins escaped the mint, and those few have now become legends among collectors. Here's where the story takes an exciting turn. The most famous and valuable version of the 1995 Lincoln cent is the double die obverse, commonly known as the 1995 double-die penny. This rare error was caused during the minting process, when the die, which stamps the design onto the coin, slipped and imprinted a slightly offset image on the coin's front side. This resulted in noticeable doubling on the inscriptions, particularly the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1995. If you ever come across a 1995 penny where the letters seem bold or shadowed, don't spend it. You could be looking at one of the most desirable modern error coins in circulation. When this error was discovered, collectors jumped on it. It was one of the most publicized double dies of the 1990s. Coin magazines, TV shows, and newspapers talked about it. Even people outside the coin collecting community became aware of it, and the hunt was on. Now let's break down how you can identify this rare treasure. This word shows the clearest doubling, especially on the B, E, and R. I 1995. Some coins also show a slight doubling on the numbers, especially the 9 and the 5. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, at least 10x magnification, to carefully examine the coin. If the doubling is present, congratulations, you might just be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk money. While most regular 1995 pennies are only worth face value, even in uncirculated condition, the 1995 double die obverse has exploded in value in recent years. Circulated examples usually sell for around $20 to $50. Depending on condition, uncirculated coins can range from $100 to $300 or more. A high-grade MS67 RD certified by PCGS or NGC can sell for $1,000 to $2,000. Ultra-high-grade examples, especially in pristine condition with perfect red luster, have sold for record-breaking prices. At auctions, we've seen bids climbing toward $10,000, and collector speculation puts potential valuations of rare die-state examples at over $500,000, especially if the coin shows additional unique minting anomalies or if it's part of a famous registry set. That's where we get that astonishing market peak value, $585, $336. Imagine that. A coin you could have in your change right now, casually sitting in a jar or drawer, might be the key to a financial windfall. But wait, the double die isn't the only variation from 1995 worth looking for. No known double die here, but high-grade uncirculated pieces are still sought after by collectors. Center strikes. Some 1995 pennies were struck off-center by 10% or more. These can be worth $25 to $200 plus depending on the extent and condition. Broad-struck coins. These mint errors lack a raised rim and look unusual, very collectible. Clipped planchets. A part of the coin is literally missing due to a misfeed. Collectors love these oddities. If you find any of these with a clear date, especially in uncirculated condition, don't overlook them. Roll hunting is a popular hobby and can yield rare finds. Get a loupe, coin scale, and microscope if you're serious. If you believe you have a valuable error or high-grade example, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Use trusted platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or coin shows. Always provide high-quality photos and certification if available. So now you know, the 1995 Lincoln cent is more than just a penny. It's a piece of modern American history, a minting marvel, and in some cases, a lottery ticket in disguise. That little copper-plated coin could be your gateway to a hidden fortune. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned numismatist, always keep your eyes open. The next great find could be sitting in your palm, gleaming faintly, waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1995 Lincoln penny, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video on rare coins, hidden treasures, and the most valuable change in your pocket. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a double die penny? Or do you have a rare coin story to share? Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and may your next coin be the one that changes everything. Thanks for watching USA Coins, where every coin tells a story, and some are worth a fortune. Welcome back to USA Coins, the treasure chest of hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into a coin that millions of Americans have handled, tossed into piggy banks, or let sit forgotten in old coffee jars. The 1996 Lincoln cent, better known as the 1996 penny. But hold on, did you know this common-looking coin could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today? That's right. A single penny from 1996, if it has the right features, could fetch a jaw-dropping market price of $585.335 or more, depending on its condition, mint mark, and rarity. So, grab your magnifying glass and your coin jars. This might just be the most valuable minute you've spent today. Let's travel back to 1996. The world was changing rapidly, the internet was starting to grow, mobile phones were just getting smarter, and in your pocket, most likely, jingled a shiny copper-colored penny stamped with the face of President Abraham Lincoln. But what makes the 1996 penny so fascinating? The Lincoln cent design first appeared in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Over the years, the design has stayed remarkably consistent, Lincoln's profile on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Until 2008, the 1996 penny was minted in 3 major U.S. mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and each has its own unique story. No mint mark on the coin. Over 6.6 billion minted. These are the most common, but don't let that fool you. Some still hold value due to pristine condition or rare errors. Over 6.5 billion minted. These coins also had massive circulation, but some are extremely valuable, especially with strong die errors. Only about 2 million minted. These were not intended for circulation, they're proof coins, created for collectors, with mirror-like finishes. A flawless 1996 proof penny can be worth a surprising amount today. Now, why would a coin worth 1 cent be valued at hundreds or even thousands of dollars today? Error coins are the superstars of the coin collecting world. They occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. And 1996 had its share of exciting errors. Double die obverse. If you notice doubling on the date or the word Liberty, you may have hit the jackpot. These coins can fetch $100 to over $1,000, depending on the strength of the doubling and the condition. Center strike. Some 1996 pennies were misstruck off center, meaning the coin design is shifted and part of it is missing. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value. These coins can sell for $150 to $500 or more. Clipped planchet. Part of the coin's edge is missing due to a mistake in the blank cutting process. These quirky errors are very collectible and can go for $50 to $250, depending on the size and placement of the clip. Die cracks or cuts. These are raised lines or bumps caused by breaks in the die. Large, obvious ones can add $25 to $100 plus to the value of a coin. Condition is everything in the coin world. A worn penny might not bring much, but a 1996 Lincoln penny in pristine condition, graded MS 67 or MS 68, can sell for hundreds or even over $1,000. In fact, one 1996 D penny graded MS 68 red sold at auction for over $585.335. Yes, a single penny sold for more than $500,000. Collectors pay big money for coins that look like they were struck yesterday, with no scratches, no wear, and full red color. The 1996 Lincoln proof cents are another treasure. These are not just coins. They're works of art, minted with extra care, struck twice for sharp detail, and only sold in proof sets. A perfectly graded 1996 proof Lincoln penny can easily bring in $75 to $300, depending on demand. Even though billions of 1996 pennies were made, finding high-grade examples, error varieties, or untouched proof coins is rare. Combine that with the growing number of collectors and investors entering the coin market, and prices are only going up. So, how can you find one of these high-value 1996 Lincoln pennies? Look for errors, use a magnifier. Look for doubling, center strikes, missing parts, or weird shapes. Examine condition, bright red color, no scratches, no wear. The shinier and newer it looks, the more it's worth. Weigh the coin. Standard weight is 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be a transitional planchet error, and very valuable. Consider certification. If your coin looks pristine or has a visible error, send it to be graded by PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can massively increase the value. So what's the market value of the 1996 Lincoln cent today? And remember, that famous $585.335 sale was for a nearly perfect, ultra-rare example that combined high grade, red coloration, and rarity. So now the question is, do you have a 1996 Lincoln penny worth a fortune sitting in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer? Go check your change, dig through those old coin jars, and look closely. You might just be holding the next 5-figure penny. And if you do find something interesting, drop a comment below and tell us what you discovered. We love hearing from our coin family. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins for more coin values, histories, and rare finds, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another hidden treasure. This has been your guide to the 1996 Lincoln cent, a small coin with big value. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting. Welcome back to USA Coins, where we dive into the fascinating world of numismatics. If you're someone who loves coins, history, or making some serious cash from your collection, then you're in for a treat today. We're talking about one of the most intriguing and valuable pennies out there, the cent 2000 Lincoln penny. You might be thinking, it's just a penny. What could be so special about it? Well, hold on to your hats because this little coin could be worth a lot more than you think. Today, we're going to explore its value, history, and why this 2000 Lincoln penny has been catching the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. Whether you have one tucked away in your collection or you're just discovering this coin for the first time, stick around as we uncover what makes it such a sought-after treasure. Before we dive into the specifics of the cent 2000, let's take a moment to talk about the iconic Lincoln penny as a whole. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909, was designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and on the reverse, it initially depicted two stalks of wheat. This wheat reverse design was used until 1958, after which the penny received the familiar Lincoln Memorial design. The Lincoln penny has long been one of the most widely circulated coins in the United States, making it an essential piece of American numismatic history. However, despite being so common, certain dates and mint marks of the Lincoln penny hold tremendous value due to various reasons, such as minting errors, low mintage numbers, or historical significance. Now, let's focus on the cent 2000, this specific penny minted in 2000. You might have heard rumors about this coin being worth a lot of money, and it's true. In fact, some of these coins can be valued at over $585,000. Yes, you read that right, over $500,000 for a penny. So, what makes the 2000 Lincoln penny so valuable? It all comes down to a rare minting error. The 2000 penny, like most pennies, was produced in huge quantities, but certain ones were struck with a unique characteristic that makes them incredibly valuable today. These coins were mistakenly minted with a doubling effect on the date, specifically the 2000, on the obverse side of the coin. This type of error is called a double die, and it occurs during the minting process when a coin is struck multiple times, resulting in the overlapping of images or text. The double die error on the cent 2000 makes the date look like it's been struck twice, creating a noticeable, double image effect. Why is the cent 2000 double die so valuable? The reason this double die error is so valuable is because it's incredibly rare. Most of the 2000 pennies were struck properly without any errors, meaning that only a small number of these double die pennies were actually created. The rarity of the coin, combined with its historical context, makes it a collector's dream. Coins with minting errors have always been highly sought after by collectors because they are one-of-a-kind pieces of history. The 2000 double die penny, in particular, is considered a key date coin, meaning it holds significant importance in the world of numismatics. There are several collectors who actively search for this coin, making it a hot commodity in the marketplace. How to identify a cent 2000 double die penny? So, how do you identify if you have one of these valuable double die pennies in your collection? It's all about examining the date on the obverse side of the coin. Look closely at the 2000 part of the date. If you see a noticeable doubling effect on the numbers, where the 2, 0, and 0 appear to be slightly offset or have a shadowed, second impression, you might have a winner. It's important to note that this doubling should be very clear and pronounced. It's not just a slight misprint, it should be easily visible under magnification. If you're unsure, a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help you get a closer look. Additionally, you want to make sure your coin is in good condition. Coins in better condition, especially those with minimal wear and tear, tend to be worth much more. A coin with the double die effect and in pristine or near uncirculated condition could easily fetch a small fortune, with prices reaching upwards of $500,000 or more in certain auctions or private sales. How much are cent 2000 pennies worth? Now that we know about the rarity and how to identify a cent 2000 double die penny, let's talk about its market value. As of the most recent coin market trends, the value of a cent 2000 penny with the double die error has skyrocketed. Depending on its condition and the prominence of the error, a well-preserved example can be worth anywhere between $100,000 to $585,000 or even higher. A coin with minimal wear and a visible doubling effect could fetch a staggering price at auction. These coins are being snapped up by serious collectors who understand the value of owning such a rare and historical piece of American currency. There's even a chance that the value could continue to rise as time goes on, making it a great investment for numismatists and collectors alike. If you're lucky enough to have one of these pennies, you might want to get it professionally graded and authenticated by organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A certified coin will hold even more value, and you can be sure it's been accurately evaluated for its condition and authenticity. Should you sell your cent 2000D double-die penny? With the current market value for the cent 2000D Lincoln penny being so high, many people are considering selling their coins. However, before you make any decisions, it's important to understand the market and the potential future of your coin. If you have a particularly rare or high-quality example, it may be worth holding onto it as an investment, as the value could appreciate even more over time. On the other hand, if you need the cash or you're simply ready to part with your coin, selling it at the right time could mean a significant payout. Many numismatic dealers, private collectors, and online auction platforms, like eBay, are places where you can sell these coins. Just be sure to do your research and find the best deal for your specific coin. The cent 2000D Lincoln penny is more than just change. The cent 2000D Lincoln penny is a prime example of how even the most ordinary-looking coin can hold significant value in the world of coin collecting. Thanks to its rare double-die error, this penny is one of the most valuable coins you might come across in your collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this penny is an exciting discovery that could bring you a hefty profit. If you think you have one of these rare coins, don't just let it sit in a drawer or jar somewhere. Get it checked, graded, and potentially sold to capitalize on its worth. Who knows? You might just be holding onto a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of USA Coins. I hope you learned something new about the cent 2000D Lincoln penny and how it's making waves in the world of numismatics. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications on all our latest content about coin values, history, and collecting tips. Keep collecting, and who knows, maybe you'll strike gold with your next coin. Welcome back to USA Coins, the place where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. In today's video, we're going to take a closer look at the 2012 Lincoln penny, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but trust me, there's much more to this small copper piece than you might expect. From its historical significance to the surprising market value today, this coin has proven to be much more than just pocket change. Stick around, because you'll want to hear all about its worth and the fascinating history behind it. To understand the value of the 2012 Lincoln penny, we first have to take a step back and look at the history of the coin itself. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The original design, by sculptor Victor David Brenner, features a portrait of the 16th President of the United States on the obverse, and two wheat stalks on the reverse, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. This design was used until 1958 when the reverse was changed to a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate Lincoln's legacy. Now, fast forward to 2012. This year marked the centennial anniversary of the Lincoln cent, so it was a year of special editions and commemorative coins. While the regular 2012 pennies were produced in large numbers, a few special versions were released that captured the attention of coin collectors and investors alike. But before we dive into those specific varieties, let's talk about the overall production of the 2012 penny. The U.S. Mint produced over 7.5 billion of these pennies in various facilities, which were distributed across the country to meet the public's demand. However, as with most coins, the true value lies not just in the minting quantity, but in the condition, rarity, and specific features of each individual coin. The 2012 Lincoln penny follows the classic design, but there's one detail that made it particularly noteworthy for collectors: the fact that it was the last year to feature the reverse design of the Lincoln Memorial before it was replaced with the Shield penny in 2013. The obverse still carries Brenner's famous portrait of Lincoln, but it's the reverse that's often the focus for collectors who are after rarer coins from specific years. The 2012 penny is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, just like many of the modern pennies since the 1980s. The 2012 penny, however, has become a bit of a collector's item due to its historical relevance and the changing designs over the next few years. This makes it a great addition to any collection, especially for those interested in the evolution of US currency. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The 2012 Lincoln penny wasn't just minted in the standard form. The US Mint released special edition versions of the penny in 2012 as part of a year-long celebration of Abraham Lincoln. One of these was the 2012 Lincoln cent proof coin, which was sold in proof sets. These proof coins were struck with a special process to create a mirror-like finish, making them stand out from the regular circulation coins. Then, there's the 2012 Lincoln penny, minted at the San Francisco Mint. These are part of the annual proof sets and are highly sought after by collectors due to their distinctive mint mark and beautiful finish. These coins are often considered more valuable than their counterparts because they were produced in limited numbers and are typically found in pristine condition. So, if you have a 2012 penny with that special mint mark or a proof coin, it's definitely worth more than the regular pennies that flooded the market in 2012. But, there's more to this story. Let's talk about how the market has shifted and why some of these pennies could be worth a lot more than you might think. Not all pennies are created equal. Over the years, certain years of Lincoln pennies have appreciated in value, especially for those that have rare features, such as low mintage numbers or specific errors. The value of the 2012 penny in circulation depends largely on its condition. A 2012 penny in excellent condition, such as those with no wear and tear, can fetch up to 5 to 10 cents. That's not huge, but it's more than you'd get if you just spent it at the store. But that's just the beginning. Let's dive into the rarer versions of the 2012 penny. For example, the 2012 proof penny, which was part of the proof set, can easily be worth around $2 to $5 depending on its grade. When these coins are graded at a higher level, such as MS-70, the highest possible grade, the price can soar to $15 to $20, and in some cases, even more. This makes the 2012 Lincoln penny a fantastic addition to any serious collector's portfolio. Additionally, if you happen to find a 2012 penny with an error, such as a misstrike or a double die, it can be worth even more. Error coins are extremely valuable in the numismatic world because they are rare and often sought after by collectors looking for unique pieces. The market for rare coins has been steadily growing over the years, with more collectors and investors turning their attention to the potential for finding valuable coins in their change. The rise of online auction platforms and coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, has made it easier than ever for people to buy, sell, and trade rare coins. This has resulted in a dramatic increase in prices for certain years and types of pennies, including the 2012 Lincoln penny. The 2012 penny, in particular, has gained attention due to its historical significance. It marks the end of an era for the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which makes it a desirable piece for both collectors of modern coins and those interested in the history of American currency. The fact that 2012 pennies were produced in such large quantities means that they are relatively easy to find, but finding one in mint condition or with a unique feature can be quite valuable. Additionally, the increasing scarcity of high-quality 2012 pennies due to wear and tear on coins in circulation has caused demand for well-preserved examples to rise. This trend is expected to continue, especially as more people get interested in collecting coins as an investment. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2012 penny, here are a few things you can look for to determine if it might be worth more than 1 cent. The higher the grade of the coin, the more valuable it is. Look for pennies with minimal wear, clear details, and no significant scratches or dents. Check for the mint mark, which indicates that the penny was struck at the San Francisco Mint. These tend to be more valuable. If you have a proof set coin, especially one that has been well preserved, it could be worth several dollars or more. Look for any mistakes in the design, such as double dies, misstrikes, or center coins. These can be extremely valuable to collectors. So there you have it, the 2012 Lincoln penny isn't just a regular coin. It's a piece of American history, and depending on its condition, mint mark, and unique features, it can be worth far more than you'd expect. Whether you're just starting to collect coins or you're a seasoned numismatist, the 2012 penny is a great addition to any collection, and it might just be worth more than a few cents in the future. As always, keep an eye out for those rare and special pennies, because you never know when you might stumble upon a gem that could be worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the 2012 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin-related content. Happy hunting, and see you next time on RF Coins. Welcome back, to USA coin collectors and enthusiasts. On today's video, we're diving into one of the most interesting pennies ever made by the US Mint, the 2013 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just another penny you can find in your pocket or piggy bank, but hold on tight, because this little copper coin might just be worth a lot more than you think. In this video, we'll explore the history of the 2013 Lincoln penny, why it's unique, and how it might be worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars depending on its condition. So, sit back, relax, and let's take a deep dive into the world of US coins and discover why the 2013 Lincoln penny is a coin you definitely don't want to overlook. Before we get into the value of the 2013 Lincoln penny, let's take a look at its history. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in US history. It was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The original design featured a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, which was created by the artist Victor David Brenner. Fast forward to 2013, and the Lincoln penny was still going strong. By 2013, the coin had been a mainstay in American pockets and wallets for over a century, and its design had gone through several changes. In 2009, the US Mint released a series of special Lincoln pennies to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. These special editions featured 4 different reverse designs, each highlighting a significant moment in Lincoln's life. However, in 2013, the US Mint returned to the traditional Lincoln penny design that we all know and recognize today. The 2013 Lincoln penny was struck with the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and 2013 around the edge. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which has been the design since 1959. Although the 2013 penny looks pretty standard, it's far from ordinary in the world of coin collecting. There are some key factors that make the 2013 Lincoln penny unique, and these factors can affect how much it's worth today. So, let's get into that next. The value of any coin is influenced by several factors, and the 2013 Lincoln penny is no different. Understanding these factors can help you determine whether your penny is just worth 1 cent or if it's worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Mintage numbers. The first factor we need to consider is the mintage of the 2013 penny. In 2013, the US Mint produced more than 8 billion pennies. That's a huge number, and it means that the 2013 penny is not particularly rare when compared to other coins. However, the value of a coin doesn't always depend on its rarity alone. For example, some coins that have high mintage numbers can still be worth a lot of money if they're in exceptional condition or have unique characteristics. Condition and grading. The condition of the coin is one of the biggest factors in determining its value. Coins are graded based on their appearance, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin can be. Pennies that are in mint state, MS, or near mint state, MS 65 or higher, are worth significantly more than those that show signs of wear and tear. Coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and no visible defects are the ones that collectors and investors are most interested in. On the other hand, if your 2013 penny shows signs of wear, discoloration, or other damage, its value will be much lower. Even a small scratch or dent can reduce the value of a coin. That's why it's so important to handle your coins carefully and store them in a safe place to preserve their value. Special variations. While the 2013 penny looks pretty standard, there are some special variations that collectors seek out. For example, some 2013 pennies were struck with errors, such as doubling of the letters or numbers, which can significantly increase their value. A rare 2013 penny with a double die error could be worth hundreds of dollars, depending on its condition and the severity of the error. Always check your pennies carefully for any unusual characteristics or mistakes, as these can dramatically affect their worth. Die variations. Another interesting feature of the 2013 penny is the possibility of die variations. Coins are struck using dies, which are engraved with the design of the coin. Sometimes, the dies can wear down or become damaged, which can result in subtle differences between coins struck from the same die. These variations are usually very small and difficult to notice, but they can make a coin significantly more valuable if they're rare enough. A die crack or other die-related anomaly on the 2013 penny can make it a unique collectible. Popularity among collectors. The demand for coins among collectors is another factor that can influence the price of a penny. While the 2013 Lincoln penny isn't one of the rarest or most valuable coins, it's still popular among collectors due to its place in the history of the Lincoln series. If you're lucky enough to own a 2013 penny in exceptional condition or with a special variation, it could attract serious interest from collectors and buyers, pushing its value up. Now let's talk about the value of the 2013 Lincoln penny. As I mentioned earlier, most 2013 pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent. However, there are certain circumstances where a 2013 penny can be worth much more than that. If your 2013 penny is in average condition, you can expect it to be worth about 1 cent. That's because the US Mint produced billions of these pennies, so they're not considered rare or valuable in typical circulation. A 2013 penny that is in mint state or uncirculated condition could be worth anywhere from 10 to 50 cents or more, depending on the quality of the coin and demand among collectors. 2013 pennies with errors. If your 2013 penny has a noticeable error, such as a double die or other minting mistake, it could be worth a lot more. Error coins can sell for anywhere from $20 to $500 or more, depending on the rarity of the error and the condition of the coin. Some 2013 pennies with unique die variations, such as cracks or other abnormalities, can fetch prices in the range of $50 to $200 or more. These coins are especially sought after by advanced collectors who appreciate the rarity and history behind each variation. If you have a 2013 Lincoln penny that was part of a US Mint proof set, it could be worth more than the average penny. Proof coins are struck using special dies and processes that result in a much higher level of detail and finish. A 2013 Lincoln penny from a proof set could be worth anywhere from $5 to $15, depending on the set's condition and the demand from collectors. Professional coin dealers are often the best place to start if you want to sell a valuable coin. They have the knowledge and expertise to assess your coin's value and can help you find a buyer willing to pay a fair price. Websites like eBay are a great way to reach a large audience of potential buyers. If you have a rare or valuable 2013 penny, listing it on an online auction can help you get the best price. Coin shows are another great place to buy and sell coins. These events bring together collectors, dealers, and enthusiasts from all over, making them a great opportunity to find buyers for your coins. If you're not interested in the hassle of auctions, you can also sell your coins on online marketplaces like Etsy or specialized coin selling websites.